What is going on, everybody? It's your boy AJ, and this is monthly movie talk for the month of July. If you don't know what that is, it's just where I sit down and talk about movie news that's happened this month, movies that we've been checking out this month, and things like that, and recommendations for you guys, and also for you guys to communicate with us and tell us what you've been watching and recommendations, things like that. And every month I've been having some amazing guests on the channel. And this month is no different. So let's just bring him in here. Luke of LukReviews. How you doing, my man?
Had my thing on mute. I'm good start.
Yes,
I'm doing good. I'm happy to be here to discuss some movies and stuff.
And stuff. Yeah, and a lot of stuff. So let's see if anybody's in the chat. Luke Ponto is in the chat. What's up? What is going on? And we'll just get things rolling. Get my banner down there. And first order of business. Vincent D'Onofrio rumored to reprise his role as the Kingpin in the upcoming Hawkeye series. I know that you haven't really checked out a lot of the Netflix Marvel series. Have you checked out any?
None at all.
None at all. See, you gotta get on that.
I might have to, because if Daredevil's gonna be in No Way Home and this guy is gonna be in Hawkeye, then they really want me to watch Daredevil. Apparently.
He's one of the best, in my opinion. He's like one of the best written villains in Marvel history, like on screen. So I think it's worth the watch. I think Daredevil is definitely worth the watch. Now, with the other series, they're a little bit lackluster to Daredevil, but I really enjoyed Jessica Jones as well. I always wanted to see her in the MCU. So I read some of her comics, actually, and she, interacts with Spider-Man and interacts with Nick Fury and things like that. Sorry. So I'm just ready for this because it just means that, the Marvel Netflix series, the characters from that can, be integrated into the MCU. And that's really exciting for me. But as somebody who hasn't seen the Netflix Marvel shows, I know that your excitement level probably isn't as high. But just check them out. Check out, at least give Daredevil a chance. And I recommend that for everybody out there.
This does increase my excitement because it's a big Marvel character, both physically and. The only thing I've seen him is a comically large version in Spider-Verse.
Yes, and that's just a taste. Vincent D'Onofrio, he trumps that character, that version, like to a T, because this is like more gritty. This is more, like the other one was animated. No offense to Spider-Verse because it's an amazing film, but this one, it's more gritty. He's more ruthless. And things like that. So I'm excited for you to check out Daredevil and see what this character is all about. Let's see.
Seems like every Disney show is getting an appearance at the end of the season by someone. Which,
exactly.
It's getting a little annoying if I'm honest.
But
Florence Pugh is in it, so I don't really care. They can do whatever they want.
Yelena.
The goats.
Yeah, the GOAT. Luke Ponto says this should be interesting for Hawkeye. Yeah, I don't think... My speculation is this, that Vincent D'Onofrio is going to make sort of a cameo of sorts. I don't think he's going to be a main plot point at all. I think it's just there to tease that maybe these Netflix Marvel series are going to make their way over, So I don't think it's going to be like a heavy-hitting role in Hawkeye, but I think it is going to kind of spark something there, if that makes sense.
So you think maybe this is going to... So me, Matt, and Ewan from MChat were talking how the MCU is kind of splitting in two. There's the cosmic side and there's the grounded side with like Yelena and John Walker.
You're right.
So that maybe this guy could play a big part in that going
I
forward?
I think so, and I think Hawkeye will be a part of that because he is more of a grounded character as well. And Kate Bishop, which is Hawkeye's apprentice, which is being played by who's playing
Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld, yes. So thanks for that. So yeah, I think this definitely could be more of the grounded side of things, but not to say that those two sides might never collide. I feel like they will at some point in the future, but I think it's a good idea to have that split because them mixing, it doesn't really mix as well, as just having them split. So
I think they have so much stuff coming out. It's good to.
They do.
They do. I kind of miss the days of 3 MCU movies a year.
Bro, seriously. But now we have so many MCU. And we're going to get to that. We're going to talk about the MCU. We're going to talk about the past, present, and future of MCU here soon. But moving on to the next topic, Michael B. Jordan to produce a Black Superman series for HBO Max. And this is more confirmed than the Vincent D'Onofrio. That the Vincent D'Onofrio is kind of a rumor, kind of not a little bit of a speculation, but this one is more set in stone. We don't know that Michael B. Jordan is going to star as the Superman, but we know that he is going to produce this for HBO Max for a series there. What do you think about this? Are you into? I know you're into DC. You did a Zack Snyder Justice League video, and I really enjoyed that. By the way, quick plug for you. But what do you think about this? Do you enjoy Michael B. Jordan as an actor? Do you think this is a good idea? What are your thoughts, man?
I think Michael B. Jordan's great. I haven't seen a lot of his stuff, but when I have, he's been pretty great. Black Panther would be a standout.
Yeah, for sure.
And Black Superman, I mean, we kind of got that in Hobbs and Shaw with Idris Elba.
Yeah.
But
do you want more of that?
No, I don't need Fast and Furious to be a superhero franchise more than it already is.
I get that. I
don't know if I'm looking forward to this because DC, they seem to not know what they're doing right now, except for Suicide Squad, which got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, which you don't see every day.
You don't see that usually. So I don't know. Is it people bugging? Are people bugging? Are they serious about this?
No, I think I hope they're serious.
Okay.
This Black Superman, I think it's about time, maybe.
Yeah. Well, J.J. Abrams is producing a film with the Black Superman, but it's a different character. It's Kal-El, which is the Superman that we know, and then this one is a different Superman, and I don't really remember. Val Zod. So I think it's going to be a little bit different in maybe in tone. It might be a little bit grittier. It might be a little bit more HBO Max friendly versus family friendly, where we're probably going to get with the J.J. Abrams film. So maybe that's gonna. I hate to compare it to Man of Steel, but like Man of Steel in the fact that it's not as graphic. It might not be as graphic now. The Michael B. Jordan, I could see like people like ripping people apart, kind of like the Suicide Squad with King Shark and things like that. So I don't know. For this, I am excited. I think this could be cool, but also I could see it flopping. Like you said, Warner Brothers is not doing the best right now that they could. So maybe this is going to be, a changing point, a turning point for them. But I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
Warner Brothers seem to announce a new DC project every 3 weeks. So
that's true.
It's like a Blue Beetle. There's a Zatanna or something. A while ago, there was like a Dark Justice League or something like that. I don't remember. It's hard to keep track of. Like
it really is.
They're obviously not going for a shared cinematic universe. That's in the hole.
Yeah, and they tried that
with the Flash.
They tried that, and it didn't really work out until we got the Zack Snyder's version. But by that point, it's kind of too late. And then they're talking about not making that canon. So it's really been unfortunate for Warner Brothers and DC over here.
But I hope for the Batman mini universe that they're doing.
I'm ready for that, man.
I've been ready for that. Then that's great.
I've been ready for that.
I don't be the best Batman. It's gonna have the most style of any Batman movie that works with it. Okay,
you got a lot of faith in Matt Reeves.
I really do. Well, those Planet of the Apes movies are just incredible. So
they are great. Luke Ponto says, "We'll see if Michael B. Jordan can pull this off." Yeah, we'll see. Hugh Chapman Brown says, "Lucas,
what's up? What's up, Hugh?"
Luke Ponto also says, "How funny is that the Suicide Squad has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes? It's funny and it's a little too good to be true. I don't know. I'm really speculating on this. I don't really know.
Is that good? Maybe it is the best superhero movie yet.
I can't see that, but I'm a skeptic. Hugh Chapman Brown says, "I like this idea, and I will watch anything with Mr. B. Jordan. Good looking man." So yeah, he's a good looking man. Yeah, he's a good looking man. Yes, he is. But I don't know. I hope he can pull this off. I hope Warner Brothers gives them enough leeway for this HBO Max series. And I'm looking forward to. I always look forward to limited series because I think they're a lot more obtainable. They're, I feel like they're easier to watch because they are so contained. So I don't know, and I don't know if it's going to be part of another, part of DC. If it's going to connect, if it's going to have any connective tissue, so that would be interesting to see as well. Moving on to the next topic here. Live action Pokemon series in the works at Netflix. Were you a Pokemon guy? Are you a Pokemon guy at all?
I wouldn't call myself that. I have played. I played Pokemon Y.
Okay.
On the 3DS. That's my extent. I have played the Leaf Green on an emulator though.
Yeah.
And I played Pokemon Go, of course.
That's more than me, man. I've
Team
never
Instinct all the way.
Team Instinct. Okay.
We were the least popular team, but the best team.
All right. That's fair enough. I never really got into Pokemon. I've never really, been into it. I used to collect some of the cards back in the day when I was younger. I never downloaded Pokemon Go. Like it was like a worldwide thing. Everybody loved Pokemon Go. And I never downloaded it. And I would go with people and, to walk around and try to catch these whatevers and these Pokemon. And, I would just like be on my phone texting or whatever. I would not be into it. But did you enjoy Detective Pikachu, the film?
Not really, I think.
Oh, really? You didn't care for it?
Nah.
Okay. What's your gripes with it?
Very, very generic for being a Pokemon movie. I don't really remember it much. The guy from Jurassic World was there.
Oh yeah, he was there, wasn't he?
Ryan Reynolds was there.
Very Ryan Reynolds-y.
It just didn't feel like the first live action Pokemon movie. This massive cultural thing, and that's it. Like, I don't know.
I could see where you're coming from with that. It did have some generic aspects.
It felt
to
like
it.
a kids movie. I think also
it did in some parts, and I do feel like as I was watching it in the theaters, I was kind of. It took me a minute to get into it. I will say that it took me a minute to get into it. Once I was into it, I had fun though. It wasn't like anything that I'm running back to rewatch or anything, but I did have fun with it for the most part. But I completely agree with you where you say it doesn't feel like this cultural phenomenon, as massive as it is. It felt very contained as a film, and it did feel a bit generic, like you said. So I agree with you there. But I did have fun for the most part.
I have seen the first season of the show, the animated show.
Okay.
And the first movie.
Okay, so you have more history and more experience with Pokemon than I do. So maybe that's why I felt that way about the film. So
I wouldn't call
that might have
myself a fan.
you're not a fan, but you have more
Casual
experience.
enjoyer.
Yeah, casual enjoyer. That's perfect. Some folks in the comments didn't realize it was a mini series. Yeah, it would be a limited series. The Michael B. Jordan Superman. My brother is a huge Pokemon kid, and I love Detective Pikachu. I'm glad that you loved it. I didn't quite love it, but I had fun with it. I like your setup, AJ. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. This is like right in my living room. You can see my couch back there, but yeah, this is right in the living room here. Luke Ponto says, I also had a lot of Pokemon training cards. That's cool. I had a few. Detective Pikachu was kind of fun. Yeah, I agree. Gotta catch them all, isn't it? Yeah, gotta catch them all. So, moving on to the next order of business. Netflix deal for a 3-part Exorcist film series with Ellen Burstyn to return. Have you seen The Exorcist? Are you into horror films or anything like that?
I like to think I am, but I haven't seen a lot of the major ones, including this one.
So you haven't seen The Exorcist. Are you kind of scared to watch it?
No, I'm not scared of horror movies.
Okay. Okay.
At all. But I don't think I'll ever watch Saw or the Saw movies. I'm maybe the first one, but
why do you feel that way?
It's just not for me. It's like I can't handle the cutting off their own leg thing or the traps. It's just
something about it. Saw is actually my favorite horror movie of all time, the first one. So
maybe one day I'll grow the balls to watch it.
Yeah, make sure you keep a trash can next to you if you need to, vomit or anything. But The Exorcist, I watched it for the first time last year. I'm kind of different than you. I was kind of nervous to watch it because as a young kid, I did see the trailer for it and it freaked me out. And just the trailer, so I couldn't sleep for like 3 days after watching the trailer. So I was really, I was kind of a scaredy cat as a kid anyway.
Well, I was scared by much different things as a kid.
Yeah. Do you care to elaborate on that?
Well, I remember one very distinct was we went to the cinema to watch none other than Mr. Bean's Holiday, and when his tie gets stuck in the ticket machine and he's gonna miss his train, I was so terrified.
Because he was gonna miss his train.
Yeah. Oh my god, I couldn't stand it.
Did you lose some sleep?
No, but
no, you did.
But I just remember.
Not quite. Yeah, it stuck with you. That's funny. But The Exorcist, I caught it last year, and it was good. It was great actually, and I wouldn't say that I was scared or the scare factor wasn't as high as I expected it to be because as a kid I did see the trailer and it did freak me out. But it was a very well put together film. And I was surprised that, I hadn't seen it yet. But, I was just being chicken, and that I felt that same way about the Freddy movies. And I still to this day, I haven't watched any Nightmare on Elm Street films. I did watch Freddy versus Jason and it creeped the crap out of me. So I do plan on watching the Freddy films, just conquering my fears this year. So
I've seen all the Chucky films.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Which I do not recommend because they're mostly really bad.
The later films are really bad. They're kind of like cult classics.
Actually, the later ones are better. It's the middle, like Seed
of
Chucky
that's what
and Bride of Chucky.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I didn't mean
the ones are better.
Yeah,
but the newer one is also not very good.
Yeah, I meant the Bride and the Seed of Chucky. That's what I meant. And not like the Cult or the Curse of Chucky or anything like that, because
those are okay.
Yeah, those are decent. They're a little they're not as silly as the Bride and Seed. I just feel like those, like the comedy undercuts any of the horror in the Bride and Seed. So yeah, let's see.
And the TV series doesn't look great. I don't know if
It
you've seen
looks-
the trailer for it.
I did. I saw the trailer, and it looks. I'm intrigued, but I know that not to get my hopes up for it. I can tell that it could go one way or the other. Probably one way than the other. So, Hugh Chapman says, I think Exorcist has aged pretty well too. The practical effects still look terrifying. I agree. I think it aged well. I didn't see it when it came out. Obviously, it was a little bit before my time, but I think it was well done. Very well done film. The Seed of Chucky is not good. Yeah, definitely not. So moving on to
one more about this.
Yeah, what's up?
Netflix in 3 parts.
Yeah, it's like a 3-part.
It's a bit of series. A red flag for me.
You think it's excessive for this?
Like, how much can you get out of it?
It could be,
and Netflix, which Netflix is either one way or the other. Like, depends how much freedom they give, how much it's Netflix, how much it's the director or whoever it is.
I think that Netflix has been doing pretty good. I don't think there has been a whole lot that I've been disliking from Netflix lately. I can't think of anything specific that I've been disliking. There is a series, a 3-part series that just released in the month of July.
Fear Street.
Fear Street. And the first one I didn't really care for, but as a trilogy, I enjoyed it overall. Were you able to check out Fear Street at all?
I don't know. I just didn't feel like it.
Not interested.
I think it's cool that Netflix can do these like events, just like 1 week this, 1 week that, 1 week that. I think that's good rather than just dropping it all at the same time. Yeah, something new for them.
Yeah, and this is more. And Fear Street was more of a film, so it was an event like each week. It wasn't just like a whole. The whole thing was an event. It was like each week we had a full length film. So I thought that was really cool. And I think that's what they're intending to do with this here. And I'm excited for it. I'm all about it.
Well, it'll give me an excuse to watch The Exorcist. So.
Yes. And I think you would enjoy the film for the most part. Let's see. Saw The Exorcist in cinemas and everyone was very scared. Yeah, for the time, I felt like everybody at the time, that was like the scariest thing ever. So, and seeing it in theaters, I'm sure it probably scared the pants off everyone. Exorcist creeps the crap out of me. Yeah, man, it does. It's creepy for sure. But I didn't really get scared. Like I thought I was gonna lose sleep for a couple days from it.
It's how everyone was watching it, like behind it.
Behind the covers. Yeah, for sure. Ellen Burstyn is incredible actress, worth noting. Definitely. And I've seen her in. She was in Pieces of a Woman. She was in Flowers in the Attic, and I've seen a few things with her in it.
So she's the one that gets possessed.
She's the mother. She's the mother of the girl who gets possessed.
What happened to the girl?
What happened to the girl?
Drugs?
I've seen it. I don't know. I don't know what happened to her. I think she might still be around, but I don't think she's acting anymore. But I'll have to look into that. But I don't know much about what she's doing. But yeah, moving on to kind of a big topic. MCU so far for this year and for the rest of the year. So we've had 3 Marvel series on Disney Plus this year, and the don't mind the things here because they're a little wrong, but
close enough.
Yeah, close enough. So we got WandaVision. Yeah, exactly. We got so many delays and stuff like that. But WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and Loki we got in their completion this year. How do you feel about these Marvel series overall? And then we kind of
something. I actually have rewatched the MCU in the last 2 weeks because I
the
just
entire
really
MCU.
wanted it. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Because after Loki, the whole multiverse thing. I thought, I want to rewatch it.
You got to go back
like one more time. And some things have changed. And I finished WandaVision today. That does not hold up. It's like really rushes to the end. You like watch it, and then boom, there's a whole flashback episode.
Yeah. Did you feel that way while watching it for the first time?
Oh no, because I had to wait a week every time. It did not feel like it was rushing through.
Okay. But now watching it, binging it straight through, you kind of had different thoughts on it. That's interesting. That's interesting. I never rewatched any of these series. I did rewatch the first episode of Loki. And then I was just kind of like, I might wait a little bit longer to rewatch these because I kind of felt like I just watched them. So I was kind of tired of it. But I did enjoy Loki overall. But as these series as a whole, I think they are kind of, I want to say this the right way. They didn't quite. What are you saying? Yeah, the mouse is listening. I don't want the stream to crash. I don't want us to get kicked off. But these Marvel Disney shows, they haven't been hitting as much as I wanted them to. And Loki is my favorite out of the three. But that finale for me was a little lackluster. And I don't know if you agree, or I kind of want to hear your thoughts on each of these series, but kind of brief.
So WandaVision, very rushed, and the last episode was very much, big light show, red versus purple. Just the penultimate episode was easily the best one.
Which one? Which one was that?
Where she goes back and goes through her memories of.
Oh yeah.
And then just
episode 8.
Yeah. Falcon, Winter Soldier, I liked more. I will rewatch it just to see how it holds up.
Okay.
But in one way, it is the greatest thing ever made because they put Riga, Latvia in it, and I will never forget that.
Yeah, that's huge for you.
That is. They didn't actually
film
Riga. They did in Prague, but there is one drone shot of Riga, and that's cool. More than enough.
That's awesome.
I hope people don't think it's a fictional country like Sokovia.
Bro, literally. I was like, yeah. So anyway, move on to Loki. How do you feel about the series overall?
I think it's definitely the best Disney Plus show. I think most people would say that.
I agree.
It's a solid 7, a high 7 out of 10. Made Loki a more interesting character, even if it is a different Loki to the one we've known, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's the same Loki, but it's like a different time, I guess.
No, it's gonna get confusing for you. It's gonna get confusing. I can't imagine just getting into the MCU. You have
my gosh,
you have 25 things to watch.
It would be so overwhelming to get into it now. But I mean, it's possible.
I think I entered at the perfect time, which was Civil War.
That's where
I only had 2 phases to watch. And
yeah. That's still, even then, that's a lot to catch up on. But especially now when we're getting introduced to the multiverse, that's a lot to handle.
I think if you're not in it by now, it's too late.
Hey. You have to be really dedicated. You have to be really.
The train has left the station.
It has. I don't know if you're catching up with it. So,
Black Widow.
Black Widow. I wanted to talk about that a little bit too. I know we were on a live stream discussing it, but so Black Widow, you enjoyed it, right? It was a little underwhelming for you, but you enjoyed it for the most part.
It was okay. I didn't dislike it. I didn't love it. Maybe I expected a little more. The first MCU movie in 2 years.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah,
what it is. They're not all going to be great.
that's true.
We keep moving.
I actually really enjoyed Black Widow. I thought it was, I think it was the most emotional I've gotten from the MCU, honestly. Like, I did have an emotional response at the end of Endgame, but I think that was just like my hype was just getting like really, really high for that final battle in Endgame. But like this, I really connected to the characters for some reason. And like just this idea of family really touched me, honestly. So I know that that's not a popular opinion out there. A lot of folks didn't really care for it, thought it was mundane, a little slow moving, slow pace. They didn't care for the villain, and I heard all of it before. But I will defend this movie. I will defend this movie. It wasn't perfect. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I thought it was perfect, but I did enjoy it quite a bit. So looking at the end, or I guess the end half of 2021 for the MCU, what are we looking forward to?
I think
what are we like
that,
really
you
looking
wanted
forward
to know my thoughts on the Loki finale.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
I thought that
Loki
was
finale.
You say lackluster. I think it was perfect. It didn't try to do too much, which is what WandaVision and Falcon did. And Jonathan Majors, like they only sat at the desk for the whole episode, but Jonathan Majors was just so good that
He was good.
You didn't even notice because he was so
I did.
fun to
I did, but I get what you're saying though.
You did, I didn't.
I get what you're saying though,
yes,
definitely, because he did have a lot of charisma. I wasn't really expecting that, and I didn't know if he was going to show up at all. There was a lot of speculation that he was, but he ended up showing up, and he wasn't dry at all. He wasn't. I think he was pretty charismatic, and it got me interested in what comes next. But as a finale goes, I just felt like we deserved a little bit more than just a setup for what's coming next. And don't get me wrong. I think it was well put together. It was well thought out. It was written very well, but I don't know. Like I was expecting to have like my jaw dropped a little bit more for the finale, but I don't know. I think the Falcon and Winter Soldier finale, and maybe even no, just the Falcon and Winter Soldier finale might have done it a little bit better as far as a finale for the season. But Loki overall, I enjoyed more. So yeah. So moving on to what we're expecting for the rest of the year of 2021 for the MCU. Let me read some comments first before I get into that, because I'm going to get way behind on them. So Hugh Chapman Brown says, is that Richard Madden? What's he going to be in? Richard Madden, I don't know who that is.
Eternals, the main guy.
Oh, yeah. The Game of Thrones guy.
Yeah, Rob Stark.
Also I didn't.
Rocket Man. He was the
He wasn't Rocket
agent.
You're right. You're right. Gold medalist Latvia.
Yes, we are.
Shout out.
First time this year.
Shout out. Black Widow is a 9 out of 10 for me. Whoa. You don't hear that every day.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. But I
I'm
respect
all
that.
Sorts of things today, but
I'm gonna let you.
Yes.
Take that one.
Latvia, a big country, the best in basketball. Even though we didn't qualify for the proper basketball, we just won. We just won the 3v3.
There you go. I mean, that's something. Family is everything. Yes.
Are we in a
Black
Fast and Furious movie?
Right. I loved your video for it, though. By the way,
thank you.
I went back and watched it twice. I really enjoyed it. It was hilarious.
I try.
So
that's what I'm good at.
I'm ready for the next one, man. I'm ready for the next one.
Well, people voted for Harry Potter, and that's the longest video I had planned. I've written like 12 pages of script for
I'm
it.
ready for it. I'm ready for it.
I have to
whenever you
fine tune it, and then
take your time, man. We're here whenever you're done with it. We're here.
It's gonna be a 40-minuter.
All right.
I think
I'm down. I'm
get
down.
your popcorn.
I'm gonna get my popcorn. I'm gonna put it on the big screen. I'm gonna put it on the TV. So
if Jungle Cruise has enough to talk about it, I'll make a video for that first.
Yeah, I hear Jungle Cruise is pretty cool. From the people that have seen it already. I plan on seeing it on Friday. So
I am too.
We'll see. We'll see. Tomorrow I'm gonna see The Green Knight.
Yeah, we're not getting that.
Oh, you're not getting that?
Classic Latvian theaters don't get these not that popular movies.
I see. I understand.
That's what it is.
I understand. So moving on to what we're getting for the rest of 2021. We're going to get What If, Shang-Chi, Ms. Marvel, Eternals, Hawkeye, and Spider-Man 3. What is your most anticipated out of these?
It's not exactly a competition. It's definitely Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, I agree.
Everything I'm hearing about it, and it's Spider-Man. And now after rewatching the MCU, I think Homecoming is by far the best one of them all.
Okay.
And I just really want to see more of.
Wait, Homecoming is the best of the two?
MCU.
Wait, hold on. You saying Homecoming is the best MCU film out there?
Yes.
I respect it.
I'll make a video about it.
I really need that video, man, because I need some explanation on that one.
Where is it in your ranking?
It's kind of mid-tier for me. It's like it's actually after Far From Home, but not saying that Far From Home is a better made film. I just enjoy watching it, and like the rewatch value for me is higher. But yeah, Homecoming is more mid-tier, a little bit after my top 10. So like maybe like, I can't even remember what it is, but I think it's like 15 or something like that.
Well, I have some convincing to do.
Okay. Yes, you do. And I'm excited for your video though. Spider-Man 3. Yes. It is top 5 for sure. Love Homecoming. Okay. Some Homecoming love. Okay. All right. And let me see. I don't know what is my most anticipated. I probably will say Spider-Man 3, but I am looking forward to Ms. Marvel. I'm looking forward to that series.
See, I haven't seen anything from that. Like no one has, so I can't really be that excited.
I'm excited.
I haven't seen anything for No Way Home.
But yeah, exactly. They haven't released anything. I mean,
Marvel.
You know Spider-Man. Everybody knows Spider-Man. So I get that. And Ms. Marvel, she is kind of the main character in the Avengers video game that just released not too long ago. And I really enjoy her character. I really enjoy her story. And I've read some of her comics. I'm down. I'm all the way down for this character. And I love the diversity as well. So that's my second most anticipated. I think that's an unpopular opinion. But
I think my second is probably Shang-Chi, because they dropped like a 1-minute trailer for it today, and
I saw that.
It looks really good. Like,
I have to check out that trailer, but the first one, it wasn't doing it for me at all. It wasn't doing it for me, and that's an unpopular opinion too. But Shang-Chi, they really gotta show me something with Shang-Chi, because I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not on that hype train for it.
Well, I really like Simu Liu. I'm not sure the guy who plays Shang-Chi, and I really love Awkwafina. So. Oh yeah,
Awkwafina is dope. Have you seen her show on Comedy Central?
I have not. So I gotta get on that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Do you enjoy her comedy?
I like her in the movies she's in. So.
Okay, she has some films that are more comedic, and then she has like a film called The Farewell that has a little bit more serious. Yeah, so I really enjoy seeing her be a little bit more versatile and showing her comedic side and showing her more dramatic chops there in acting. But Yeah, I am looking forward to pretty much all of these. Eternals, the first Eternals trailer didn't really do it for me either.
No, me
It
neither.
was
But
just it felt a little stale. It felt like a little bland, but I am ready for it. I'm gonna, I'm gonna check out all these Marvel films and TV shows. So
I think it's
I'm
one
just
of those
glad we're getting
movies.
Marvel.
I think it's one of those movies where it's more about the movie than the trailer. Like Dune, people are saying, "Oh, the trailer doesn't look that great." I think it's far more about the actual experience of the movie.
That's a good way to look at it.
Like I think everyone's expectations for Dune are just crazy high.
They really are, and I'm not on that hype train either. I'm not on that hype train either.
I'm sitting on the roof of the first carriage of the train.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the trailers for Dune, and I think I'm going to skip any of the trailers. I'm just going to go in there blindly and just enjoy it for what it is. I think that's going to be the best way for me to enjoy Dune and not have all these expectations for it, because I don't want to be let down. But yeah, so that's how we feel about the rest of 2021 in the MCU. I'm excited. I'm glad we're getting more MCU projects and things like that. So moving on.
Next year it's like even more.
Next year is even more. I'm excited for it. I'm ready for it. And yeah, I'm here. I'm here for it. So going into films that we've checked out this month. Have you seen Snake Eyes?
I went to go see it. There was
yeah, that's right.
Originally, I wanted to see Old. It's not showing, so I think okay, I'll go see Snake Eyes. Then they go and they tell me there's something wrong with the screening. I was like, okay. They said, "You want to go see something else?" I'm like, I'm here, might as well. So I went to see The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.
Fun stuff.
It was not. It was really bad. Ryan Reynolds seriously carried it. He's not even that funny in it, but he's just fun to watch.
True. Yeah, and I'm kind of torn with The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard because I did enjoy the first one. Have you seen the first one?
I have not.
You haven't seen the first one? Okay, so I enjoyed the first one more than the second, but seeing these characters reprise their role was interesting, and the story just was very cliche, aka forgettable / I don't know. It just wasn't there for me, the story. But seeing these characters together again, I never thought I would see it because the first one didn't seem like there was going to be a sequel. But
you can make
I don't
a sequel
know.
out of anything.
I guess you can these days. Apparently you can. But yeah, so Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard was just okay, but it was interesting to see those characters together again.
So then I never saw Snake Eyes, and now I don't think I will because I'm just not interested enough anymore.
Yeah, have you seen any of the G.I. Joe films?
I tried watching the Rise of Cobra. After 20 minutes, I just turned it off.
You just said
I can't stand this anymore.
Honestly, I feel like Snake Eyes is the best out of the three, but it still gets like a 3 out of 5. It's still kind of like mid-tier action film. It's not anything great. I know a lot of folks were dogging it; they weren't feeling it, but I kind of felt the I don't know. I was kind of feeling the storyline a little bit, even though it was a little cliche. And I saw it in IMAX as well, so it was on the huge screen, even bigger than the big screen. So it was kind of fun. I kind of immersed myself in the world there, and I had some fun with it. But it wasn't a great film. I can admit that. So that came out last weekend. Then moving on to Old. You haven't seen Old.
I really want to, even though like so many people are saying it's so bad. I really want to, just for the sake of the twist. And
I won't say that I won't tell you that it's really bad, but you might have seen my review for it already. But I'm not gonna get into spoilers because I don't wanna ruin anything for you. But I enjoyed it more than most. I will say that. Let's just leave it there. So yeah. Have you seen any other films that came out this year or this month
Came out Space
Space
Jam.
Jam,
I still need to see
Tomorrow
that.
War,
Uh,
Gunpowder Milkshake.
I have not. That looks very cliche, and I would avoid it. The Tomorrow War I did see, and it's
Okay.
like a poor man's Independence Day.
Mm.
I didn't like. I rewatched
Didn't care
Independence
for
Day.
it.
I don't love it as much anymore, but you can sense that Tomorrow War was so trying to be this Americans save the world, yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen the Tomorrow War, so I don't know what to
and the
say
time
about
travel. There's a massive plot hole with the time travel, and
oof, yikes.
They break their own rules, like, and there's a paradox, and
yikes. You got to be really careful when you're dealing with time travel and things like that, because there's a lot of places where you can screw up on the timeline in the story.
And that's why Tenet's so amazing.
Tenet is amazing. I think it's very underrated, story wise, but as far as the characters are concerned, it was kind of hard to connect with them. It's
a Chris Nolan movie. He's not the greatest at characters.
Yeah, I've seen him do better though.
Like
I've
Interstellar.
Seen him do. Interstellar was a lot better with the characters. Even Inception for me was better with the characters than Tenet. But yeah, let's not get on a Nolan trip. We could talk about Nolan movies all day.
Another time.
Another time. But yeah, so we got Reaction and Reviews 21 in the building. What's going on? I strongly disagree with you. I'm not really sure what you're referring to, because we did talk about a lot of stuff. I'm a little bit behind on the chat. That's sorry.
That's the thing with streams. Like you comment something and then someone looks at it a minute later. That's why, a totally different conversation.
That's why when I'm on a stream, I usually type my message and then in parentheses say what I was referring to, because it's kind of tough to read all the reviews and have these discussions at the same time. But Reaction Reviews, it's very good. Still don't know what you're referring to. Hopefully you reiterate what you're referring to so we can address it. So I saw it twice and it got better the second time. Gotcha. Hot take. You
what movie is this?
What movie? Yeah, no. Snake Eyes.
Oh, well, I haven't seen it, so I really don't know.
Strongly disagree with you. Okay. I mean, I will have to be respectfully disagree there. But, I had fun for the most part, though. So let's Flix Talk in the building. What's going on, David from Flix Talk?
The man with the 5 a.m. streams.
I know, man. Yeah. I mean, he gets off work and then you're basically still asleep.
Sometimes I catch a morning stream of his and I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
He woke up.
Snake Eyes was trash, he said. I think he gave it a 3 out of 5, though. Maybe a 2 out of 5 he did.
It doesn't sound like trash does not equal to 3 out of 5 in my book.
He might have gave it a 2 out of 5. I can't remember. I think I saw his review on Instagram. But I don't know. I wouldn't say that it was trash, though. I didn't feel it was trash. I thought there were... Well, maybe it was trash. I don't know. Maybe it was trash, but I did have a really good theater experience, so that might have had a lot to do with it.
I feel they have a good experience then.
Yeah, he said 2 out of 5. He said 2 out of 5. Yeah, I was wrong. Hugh Chapman Brown says, "Bro, how can you hate Snake Eyes?
Have snakes for eyes.
Snakes for eyes.
I don't know. Just take one, take another."
Reaction and Reviews 21 says, "I will be posting my review soon." Bro,
I don't know.
How do you do that? How do you do that?
You like an okay, and then
Am I doing it right?
Someone take a screenshot.
Am I doing it right?
Yeah.
Bro, Reaction Reviews 21 says, "I will be posting my review soon. Check it out." Okay, I'm gonna definitely check it out. And you said you enjoyed it, so I'm kind of like leaning more towards the enjoyment of it than not enjoying it. But yeah, so that brings us to the end of our topics. But do you have any anticipated films for August and for the rest of the year?
So immediate one would be Suicide Squad.
Yep. especially because that Rotten Tomatoes score.
And my hype is going higher and higher. So James Gunn, you better deliver.
Yes.
Then what else? Is Candyman later?
Yeah. I think that's the 27th.
I have my calendar here with
videos
Sweet. I'm supposed to make, but we'll
okay. Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know whether to watch all 3 Candymans or just the one.
Have you seen the first one?
No, I haven't. I'll definitely watch the one.
I think you definitely have to check out the first one.
I'll decide if I watch the other 2.
I really hope they deliver with this Candyman film, because the first one was such a pleasant surprise for me. So,
and the new one looks good, and it has Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, which is just the greatest name ever. And you add the second onto it. Just cherry.
It just takes it to the next level.
Some of the main ones that I'm looking forward to, No Time to Die is my number 1.
Is that August?
No, we're
okay,
August.
for the rest of the year. Okay, I got you.
No, that's October, because like a month ago, I finally got to the end of every Bond movie. That is a seriously long effort. It took me like a year and a half to get through all of them. The Craig ones, well, Skyfall is the best one in my eyes.
As far as Craig is concerned, the Craig films.
The total. Overall.
Oh, total. Okay.
Yeah.
So, is your favorite Bond? Is your favorite Bond Craig?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
that's fair.
People are saying now, after Snake Eyes, some people are saying that Henry Golding should be the next Bond. What do you think of that?
What?
No.
What? No. Are you kidding me? No, I don't think Henry Golding.
I think he's pretty great. Like in the stuff I've seen him in.
I mean, he's cool, but I don't think he would. I don't want Henry Golding as Bond. I don't think he has the. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe he could pull it off, but that's definitely not my first choice. I would just have to see how he was in it. I don't mean to be harsh about it. The newest Candyman trailer got me hyped. I have not seen the newest Candyman trailer. Oh wait, maybe I have. I think I actually did see it. I thought it was about the same as the first trailer, personally, but it did get me hyped because I did really enjoy the first movie. Apologies for my rudeness. Just a passionate fan. I get it. I get it, man. Timothy Dalton as Bond, hella underrated. I don't think I know who Timothy Dalton is.
He was only in 2 movies in like the late 80s.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. No way. Henry is way too young. Does age have something to do with Bond?
I think it'd be cool.
Does he have to be
younger one?
Does he have to be kind of older? I always say
character.
Yeah, that's true. But like
bend and twisted, however you want.
Yeah, that's true. I always thought Idris Elba would be pretty good as Bond, but Henry Golding wouldn't be bad. Okay, we got some more Henry Golding as Bond fans, so maybe I would have to see. He's just not the first person to come to mind for Bond.
My other pick would be Richard Madden.
Richard Madden. Okay, fair enough. And then I haven't seen any Bond films that were pre Daniel Craig, so I have to go back and really watch all of them.
They do change.
They do change. Okay.
They go like in terms of like tone and style.
Okay, that's fair enough. Like I wouldn't expect them to be all the same either, because
they largely are all the same in a way.
Really,
like formula wise, like what happens, how it happens. The Bond girl, the Bond villain.
Okay.
Mr. Bond, I have caught you, and I'm going to tell you my plan.
Good to know. That's good to know.
But it's cool because it's where those tropes originate from, and you get to see that happen.
Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty cool. So anticipated films for me in August. What comes out in August? I should have looked this up before the stream, I guess.
Don't Breathe 2, I think.
Yeah, that's not. First. You haven't seen the first? That's not something that I'm really anticipating. I will check it out, but I didn't really think the first one was all that great personally, and I think most people did enjoy it a lot. But August films. Let's see. August 2021. Come on now. August 2021
No
films.
movies?
All right. Let's see.
Oh, we didn't talk about What If. That comes
What
out.
if? Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that. Are you excited for that at all?
I'm not sure. I think I have to see the first episode and then I'll know because and depends on is this actually gonna matter in the MCU? Is it just like a gimmick? You know?
Do you feel like if it doesn't connect to like the MCU and in the main story, you wouldn't care for it?
I wouldn't exactly not care for it. It just wouldn't intrigue me as much.
Okay. So how do you feel like it might connect? Like,
I guess it's these multiverse scenarios that you can do now because it exists.
Right. I feel like I would rather see that in a live action capacity, though. I don't know. We're probably gonna get both.
Probably see some of it in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, we'll probably get both, honestly. But the fact that they're probably going to be shorter episodes, they're not going to be like as long. I wouldn't say that I'm hyped for What If, but I am intrigued, and I will check it out for sure.
Would you put it in your MCU ranking?
Yeah, I would put it in my MCU ranking. I would if it's connected enough. Yeah, I think so. What about the new Ghostbusters film? Looked all right, and the second trailer came out. Second or third trailer came out yesterday. One of them, a new trailer came out yesterday for it. I haven't seen it, but I didn't really care for the original Ghostbusters films. They were decent. I'm not a huge 80s decade film fan. Like most 80s films for me are not that great, to be quite honest.
Is Dirty Dancing on that list?
I have not seen Dirty Dancing, so I do have to check that. I gotta check that one out. And there are definitely some gems there in the 80s, but for the most part, like really any 80s movie that I watch, I'm just like, it's okay. You know, I think a lot of people have nostalgia blindness for 80s films and like were brought up on a lot of 80s films, so they have more compassion to its mistakes and its how bad they age. Reaction and Reviews 21 says, "Hey AJ, check out my recent YouTube video. I explain it more." Okay, fair enough. I gotta find you after the stream for sure. So most anticipated, I would say Candyman and Suicide Squad, which we already talked about a little. And I guess just let's leave it there because I can't really see anything that I'm too pumped for in August.
August is never really like a big month for movies.
That's true. It's kind of
one big one, and then
it's kind of winding down from the summer blockbusters, so there might not be as.
There's a lot in September, big. October though.
Yeah, November. that's that fall, the movie fall season, and so yeah, let's just leave it there. Suicide Squad and Candyman for August, and then for the rest of the year, Spider-Man 3. I'm really pumped for that. And last topic we're going to be talking about today, films that we've been watching and recommendations. So even in the chat, if you're in the chat still, it looks like we got 5 people in the chat. Let us know what you've been watching lately. It doesn't matter if it's from 2021, doesn't matter what year it's from. Let us know in the chat what you've been watching and what you recommend, because there's a lot of films that I got to check out and things that I like to recommend. So you said Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, if you talk 80s movies, then Dirty Dancing, absolutely.
Okay. Am I
it's one of my mom's favorites, so a little bit.
Am my video lagging?
Yeah, a little bit. Losing frames.
Losing frames. Let me
Maybe reconnect.
I wonder why this is happening. I don't like this.
It's the mouse.
I can admit, maybe it really might be. Ah, crap. Leave and then come back.
Hello, people of the internet. How are you tonight? You watch anything good? You subscribe to LukReviews down below? You better. Good videos from him. I don't do this a lot, so I don't know what else to do. I don't live stream much. I usually let the other people talk more. I had to entertain the stream.
Thank you for doing that for a little bit, but I'm still looking like I'm losing frames and stuff like that. So we'll close it here, and we'll do a few recommendations. Oh, it looks like it's better now. Okay, the show go on.
Motion.
The show go on. So, films that you've been watching lately and recommendations. You already gave Dirty Dancing. So what's another one?
I would like to say The Breakfast Club.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
It's the 80s.
I know.
Really great.
I know.
It's a very teenager-y movie.
It is. It is. And I respect everyone who enjoys The Breakfast Club. I respect everybody's opinion there.
Have you seen the Victorious episode where they parody? Or is that past your time? Is that past your time?
No, I watched a little bit of Victorious. It was a little bit like it was like where that age where I was kind of watching that stuff, but not really. But Victorious is like one of my least favorite shows in that capacity. Like I really enjoyed iCarly and I enjoyed
Big Time Rush.
And Big Time Rush was okay. I think it was kind of like
reunion.
I know, I saw that. What's up with that, man? Are you ready? Are you pumped?
I am so pumped. This is like
dude,
the greatest band ever.
I am kind of ready for that too. I want to see what they have to offer in their reunion. But yeah, so I was more of a Drake and Josh guy. I really enjoyed Drake and Josh and iCarly and things like that. But Victorious, I don't know. I watched it, but it was kind of like it wasn't anything that I followed religiously.
For me, iCarly was probably at the top as well.
Yeah. Are you enjoying the reunion at all?
I actually haven't watched it. As big a fan of iCarly as I am, I haven't actually watched the reunion. Okay,
check it out. Watch the first few episodes and let me know because
Does Spencer still carry the show?
Spencer still carries the show.
Oh, that's good.
He does. he hasn't lost a beat.
Some things don't change.
Some things don't change, and I'm very appreciative of him for coming back. But yeah, so recommendations. I just watched a film called American History X and starring Edward Norton. And that film was extremely powerful. It was an amazing message, and it's not for everyone because it is pretty graphic. There's a lot of it's about this neo-Nazi skinhead. He has some strong, passionate feelings, but things change, and I'm not going to give you the whole thing, but
I know one scene from it, which people love to post on Instagram.
Yeah, there are a few scenes on that film that are kind of heavy, but for the most part, the movie is it's great. I would say overall, it's really good and probably one of the best I've seen ever. So that's one that I would recommend if you're not. If you're okay with some language and
it's on my poster there.
Is it your scratch off?
Now I'm almost done with the MCU. I can get back to it to real cinema. No more roller coasters for me.
Real cinema.
We don't have any roller coasters here in Latvia, so that's the most I get.
Wait, you don't have like any roller coasters at all?
No.
Have you ever been on one?
Only if like. Sometimes they set up this like circle. It goes up and then down, but like not really.
That's not.
I wouldn't count it as a roller coaster.
Yeah, so you never went loop de loop.
Not a proper one.
You gotta change that. Have you
I'll
ever
get
been
that.
out of the country?
Yeah, I've been to Germany, Sweden,
Nice.
France,
Oh, nice.
and the
You gotten around a little bit.
Canary Islands. But I want to travel like eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to go places, see
Yeah,
stuff.
go places and see stuff. That's right. That's right. American History X is great. Yes, it is. It's one of my favorites right now. I watched it a couple days ago. It's one of my favorites. It came out in '98. No more roller coasters.
I got the Suicide Squad, so that's gonna be like a big.
That's gonna be quite a roller coaster there. So I'm excited for Suicide Squad. My hype level probably isn't where everyone else's is. That 100% on Rotten Tomatoes is leaving me questioning things. Questioning. It feels like it's too good to be true, man. But it might be that good. So we'll see.
Well, Margot Robbie said it was the best superhero movie ever made.
I mean, if Margot Robbie said it,
she's in it, so
yeah, exactly. If Margot Robbie said it, she stars in it. It has to be true. So my hype level is, But anyway, yeah. So that is going to be the end of our stream. We had an amazing time. We went about an hour 6 minutes, and we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we made it through. And I want to thank you again for being on the stream. Thank you for coming by and being a part of this. I've been wanting you on the channel for a really long time, and I gotta have you back soon.
Absolutely, I've had a lot of fun. I'm sure there's plenty of topics we can talk about. Future streams.
For sure.
I gotta try and think of a live stream of my own. So
yeah, let's get that live stream going for LukReviews.
Maybe I got a webcam because this quality is a bit shocking, but we'll get there.
We'll get there, man. We'll get there, and I gotta upgrade mine too. Probably upgrade my internet connection too. So anyway,
get a mouse trap for the mouse when it comes around.
Right. But anyway, put your information out there. Let them know where they can find you and what you got coming up, man.
Yeah. So if you don't already know, I'm Luke of LukReviews. I do movie stuff. Currently, I'm trying to focus more on the YouTube. We uploaded a Black Widow review. We're trying to upload a Harry Potter franchise review, which is a behemoth of a video. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, maybe a Jungle Cruise short review if there's enough to talk about, and definitely a Suicide Squad review. So subscribe down below.
And I have all of his information down in the description. So if you forget, you can always go there and just click the link and subscribe, follow. This is an awesome guy right here. So I want you guys to check him out. And as for me, I'm AJ of AJREACTS2, and you're already on my YouTube channel if you're watching this video. But follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd, Twitch. I have it all. And it's AJREACTS2 all across the board, all one word. I talk movie stuff. I talk TV, music, and upcoming, I have a 24-hour movie challenge coming up next week. And I'm going to try to live stream it, but I've been having like different thoughts, maybe just do a little bit and then you kind of put a YouTube video up later for it. But I don't know. I want to live stream it. I don't know how well that's going to go, but it's still up in the air. And this is going to be a huge endeavor for me to take on, a huge project for me to take on. But I'm ready for it. And I'm excited for my 24-hour movie challenge. And yeah, that's really all I have coming up. I know a lot more first time watches are coming up on my channel. Not really sure which films, but we're gonna make that happen. So yeah, so if you're interested in any of that, make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you later. Peace.